So in the reunion, Hannah tries to expose Nick by basically revealing that he was going around calling her a grenade, calling her ugly. And also the fact that he wrote in a notebook that he was hoping to be the most famous person on Love is Blind. And both of these accusations were basically confirmed either by Nick or by the other male members in the cast. So with the famous thing, he flat out admitted it, but tried to flip it like, oh, when he got selected for the show, his mindset was different. Like he came onto the show like being serious about wanting to find love and finding a wife, and that his intentions going on the show wasn't for fame. Now, Nick's PR strategy has been good so far, but I feel like this is a bad strategy. Because Nick, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. You obviously came on the show for fame. Like, just admit it. I personally feel like it's obviously meant to be a taboo thing to admit that you're going on Love is Blind for fame. But I feel like it's a motive for every single person there. I feel like he should have just came out and said, you know what? Yeah, I was looking for a little bit of fame, you know, for my business. But I was actually genuinely looking for a wife as well. And, you know, if anybody sits on this couch and say that they weren't looking for a little bit of fame, they're liars. Even Hannah coming with this story talking about she quit her job for love. Come on, bitch. You came on this show for fame as well. So Nick coming onto this show for fame, not really shocking behavior. It didn't really move me. I'm not surprised. He clearly was not serious about finding a wife. But neither was Hannah. I'm not sure if Hannah was really that, maybe a bit more serious than Nick. But I feel like her whole story being she's quit her job for love, I'm not buying that either, hun. Now, is Nick going to be the most famous person in Love is Blind? I don't think so. Maybe on his season, he's probably up there in the top. But in Love is Blind franchise, I don't think so. But, you know, I'm here for backing yourself. And you know what? As unserious as Nick was about this process, I respect his PR hustle because he really was in his PR bag. But like I said before, Nick was absolutely fake as fuck. He's definitely putting on a persona. And he's definitely a bro. And he definitely wanted to cuss Hannah back, but he didn't because he's PR. And I think he knew as soon as he saw Hannah, he was not going to marry her. But he thought, let me ride it out, you know, get my screen time, get my talent checks. And when Hannah started talking to him crazy, he was probably taken aback. But he was like, you know what? I'm going to come across as the golden retriever boy and everybody's going to love me. Everybody's going to eat up. And he wasn't wrong. Do you know why? Because people are fucking stupid. And you guys fall for it every fucking season. It's actually so pathetic to see. I'm not going to lie. I have to be real. Like, I'm seeing people remix Nick's looks in real time. Like, the same people that were saying that Nick was ugly on the first episode now saying, oh, he's actually kind of cute now. Stand up. Every year women say they're going to start getting stricter. You guys aren't serious. You guys aren't serious. Anyway, moving on. The second thing about Nick basically talking shit about Hannah's looks, basically calling her a grenade, calling her ugly to the other men. This one he tried to deny. And he may have actually got away with it because the wall of silence from the men. Woo! Oh, the wall of silence. Did you feel it? Because I felt it. It was low-key triggering, that wall of silence. When you're going to go check a man and his friends are there and you're trying to look around for help and you just have the wall of silence. The wall of silence. And basically, the women had to basically bully their men into admitting what he said. You know, Stephen came clean, was like, yeah, he was talking shit. And Ramses reluctantly came clean and basically confirmed that, yes, Nick, you know, called Hannah ugly and was chatting shit about her look. Now, obviously, Nick's thinking about his PR, so he's pushing back because this one could really affect his PR bad. But he's lucky that people hate Hannah so much, it's not going to affect his PR. And personally, for me, this isn't a big bombshell. It's very clear that they both didn't find each other attractive. So for me personally, you know, Hannah is offended. She's talking about, yeah, you said that. Yeah, I said stuff about you, but at least I was real about it. Real fake, you both thought each other were ugly. So for me personally, I don't think that Hannah did what she thought she did exposing Nick, because like you were chatting shit about him too. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this whole relationship was fake. Like, yes, Nick was faking it with Hannah, but Hannah was definitely faking it with Nick too. I don't know, maybe she was really trying to make it work, But it came to a point where it was just ridiculous. The relationship had broken down and they were both dragging it. They both were dragging it. I guess it was just Hannah to be the one that says enough here. I think Nick definitely would have dragged it to the wedding just to say no. But they were both dragging it. They were both dragging it and they both had ulterior motives. I don't buy any of their stories. I don't buy Nick's story about him being this golden retriever when it's very clear that he's a bro. But also, I don't buy Hannah quitting her job for love. I don't buy that either, Hannah, I have to say. But one thing I have to say, back to the wall of silence, yeah? The wall of silence. Can we guys peep Garrett? Side-eye Garrett. Because there's one thing being silent, yeah? But trying to move on the conversation, talking about this conversation is immature, blah, 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 blah. When he knew full well that Nick was guilty. You see the way that Garrett was covering for Nick? What else would he cover for his boys? Red flag. And Taylor was there. You know, all the women were basically backing Hannah, but not Taylor. Taylor's with her man. Side-eye to her too. Because I know she heard the rumours. And then also, yeah, I guess with Hannah, I get her thing. But Garrett chiming in with Hannah again before. Why are you trying to pick fights with women, Garrett? Taylor, why your man trying to pick fights with women? Side-eye. Side-eye the company he's keeping because Nick, I don't think he's this evil villain. But the women of DC have been chatting a lot about him. They've been chatting a lot about him in the have we been dating the same guy? And it's giving bro, it's giving sex pest. I was told specifically about essay allegations and it seems that he's DMing girls now to fly out to him. So all the people being up with Nick, be careful. Be very careful, Lord. But yeah, in conclusion, Hannah's expose was a bit of a flop simply because I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this. I feel like they were both very unserious in this coupling. So therefore, like when these things are coming out, it's like, duh, obvious. I feel like because Hannah's PR is so bad right now, she's getting dragged so bad right now, she just feels like, well, Nick, you know, it wasn't just all me, you know, look at Nick as well. And she's trying to drag Nick down with her. And you know what? Nick, for his PR, tried to play the good guy, tried to say, you know, it's cool, we've moved on. But, and you know, maybe the scrutiny maybe would have calmed down a little bit for Hannah. But Hannah just can't hack the fact that she's got the villain edit and Nick's got the angel edit. So she wants to drag Nick down with her. And I just feel like this was not the approach. Simply because her rap sheet is just as bad as Nick's. Like, if they were filming on the show and she found out that he was talking about her looks and called her ugly, why not confront him on the show? I'm guessing maybe she thought her edit wasn't that bad, but now she's seen her edit is so bad, she's like, oh, but you guys ain't seen what he did. So like I said, she's trying to drag Nick down with her, but, you know, you should have been thinking about your PR game, Hannah, because Nick was thinking about his PR game. And now he's enjoying and you're fighting off the trolls. So personally, Hannah, I just feel like she needs to let this Nick thing go. I get it. It fucking sucks when you get the villain edit and somebody who has wronged you is getting the angel edit. I get it, but I just feel like it's just getting too petty now and she just needs to let it go. Personally, I feel like this expose has done nothing for her PR, has done nothing for Nick's PR. If anything, it just makes Hannah look like she is just so desperate to turn Nick down, like, once again. So if anything, I feel like maybe it even boosts Nick's PR, these allegations. Like, I feel like people don't really care at this point. People simply just don't have empathy for Hannah because, like I said, her rap sheet is just as bad as Nick's. So it's almost like Spider-Man, that Spider-Man meme that they're pointing at each other. So yeah, let me know what you think about the expose. Can you understand why now Hannah was behaving the way that she was, like her insecurities and whatnot, like the way that she would speak to Nick? Or do you feel like that kind of still doesn't excuse anything? Does anybody think differently about Nick now if you were like hashtag Team Nick, or not really? Personally, I'm over this season, but let me know your thoughts.